Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. That coffee's been sitting for a while now. Oh goodness me. So this is probably the last episode from my office here, and the next episode of Coffee with Ian will be in the new office, wherever that may be. So as I mentioned before, the frequency of the videos, I don't know what's going to happen to them. It may be, just continue as per normal, but in the place I'm going to be living at, the internet's a bit different, but I should be able to be okay, so we'll see what happens there. It's not the end of the world, I suppose, but I don't know what the video's frequency is going to be like. I'm going to try to put at least a few videos out a week. It should be fine, but with the new job and the new schedule, I'll have to there'll be a bit of a transition period. I don't know how long it'll be. I think I said a month before, so there'll still be videos coming out, but maybe not every day. We'll see. I don't know yet. With the new job, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how I balance it all. So that's the reason why I say I'm not sure what's going to happen 100%. So that's why I'm saying it like that. So keep an eye out for that because it will change a little bit. I don't know how much. We'll see. I'll let you guys know because I have no idea. Yeah, that's it in terms of that news. So yeah, be prepared for it. It may be the odd video that may not come out every single day. I'll try to do it every day still, but I may do some. Maybe do some other things. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if the manager at the new job will allow me to make videos there. I'll have to ask him because it's not like I'm going out to the wild and saying whatever I want to say. So it's a bit different when you're at the job. Probably not during work hours, of course, but maybe we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll have to be on their YouTube channel because I know they have one. So, anyways, just looking at this box here. As you can see, I've been packing up a few things. This is why my office looks, well, right for me, on my side, it feels very bare because there's nothing in here. So this is kind of like, someone asked for like a moving vlog. So this is the closest thing I'm going to get to a moving vlog, I think, for now. We'll see how it goes from here. But I don't think I'll make a vlog. I'll be at work. My wife will pack up some of the stuff, and then I'll come back and help her do the rest of the stuff sort of thing. So we'll see. In terms of video games, what's been going on? I played a little bit of The Hunter the other day. Still enjoying that game. That game's, I don't know how old now. A while, it's a year old? Not quite a year old, but it's been around for a bit now, and I still, every time I hop into that game, I still really enjoy myself. Like, I wish they would add maybe a few more weapons, maybe. That might be nice in the future, but for now they're adding a new map, which will be also really sweet when that comes out. I don't know when. It's going to be like a winter map, which would be kind of interesting. Someone mentioned something. I was watching a YouTube video, and they were suggesting that maybe the ATVs, they could add like a secondary part to the ATVs and make them snowmobiles. So in the winter map, you could take snowmobiles. I think that would be kind of sweet. Well, we'll see if that actually happens or not, though. So I think it was, what's his name? Fooster, I think his name was. I don't know. He was doing some the Hunter stuff, and it was one of the recommendations from YouTube, and I just checked it out. And he's like a British guy. He was doing a multiplayer with an American guy, Taco, I think his name was. It was pretty cool, actually. So if you know who that guy is, leave a comment below. I think it was Foostr, Fooster, I think his name was. So I don't know. So he was doing some Hunter videos. That's why it was recommended in my feed. I'm assuming so. Yeah, I was playing a little bit of that. I haven't played much Farm Sim, to be honest with you. Not recently, at least. Not on the server. Not at my single player. Did a little bit of pure farming. Some people have mixed reactions about that game, which is interesting. Some people are like, "Yeah, it looks really neat. It looks kind of like on par with Farm Sim," and other people are like, "No way." So it'll be kind of curious to see how it works out. So. Some people likened it to professional farmer or farm expert, which is I can get that a little bit. I like where the direction they're heading. It's going in a good direction, but I don't know how it's going to work out in the end, basically. So it may be really good, maybe really bad, but it's not coming out for many months yet. So we'll have to see how they progress. Like right now, it's just pre-alpha. Maybe they'll release a demo soon, so everyone can check out the demo. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, basically. So that'll be the next big thing, I suppose. What else did I play? A little bit of Pure Farmer. I like how they have the different maps in Pure Farmer, actually. They start you off with, like, in the pre-alpha, they had 4 different maps. They had Italy, Japan, United States, and Colombia, which is kind of interesting. So it gives you a bit of different aspects. Whereas with Farm Sim, what was the very first map? I guess it was a German-based map or a Swedish map. Yeah. So, like, we had... in 15, was it 15, 13? I don't know. There's so many. We had Sosnovka. Westbridge Hills was the American map. Sosnovka was the Eastern European map. We have the new map in South America coming up. We had Hagenstadt, which was 13, I think, which is a German-style map, I guess. So there's lots of variations on maps now. But they only release like with 1 or 2 maps. So I guess as they progress, they're adding more maps to it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Maybe in Farming Sim 2019, we'll see. Maybe we'll have another map. Who knows? So far, they haven't focused on that at all. But this might be like once they gear up, once they finish this DLC, maybe they'll do one, maybe one other one, 2 other ones. I don't know, and then they'll go on to the next game. I have no idea. I'm assuming they're already working on the next game. We just haven't heard anything about it yet. They're just keeping very hush hush about it, which is, you know, it's what, a year out plus still, so I'm not that worried about it. But you know, who knows? We'll be curious what they add. We'll be curious what they do with it. So yeah. What is the other thing I've been doing here? This morning, the last couple of days, been packing up things, getting ready for the move, because I need to make sure everything is, you know, set and ready to go for when I leave, and then when my wife comes shortly after, the rest of the stuff will come basically. So it's gonna be weird for a bit, because I'll be living with my dad for a little while, and then after that, it'll be I'll have my own place. I don't know how long it'll be. Maybe a month, maybe less. Who knows? So I don't want to unpack everything, because then I have to repack it up shortly after. But we'll have to see. I have no idea. What else has been going on? I've been just keeping an eye on a couple other games lately. Of course, Project Cars 2 came out not too long ago. It seems very, very good from what I've seen of it. It's about I guess the realism is about on par with iRacing. At least I've seen and read so far, so that's a good thing. So you can do Project Cars 2. I don't know if they have an online subscription type scenario like iRacing, but I think you can do just the in-game first-person stuff. Well, single-player stuff is pretty good, and I know the Oculus works really, really well with it. So I was eyeing up some video cards today, going, maybe the next one will be VR ready, because I was looking at some 1070s and 1080s, which is kind of in the VR area. But I don't know if the rest of my computer can support it. So if I were to do that, I would need to do, you know, motherboard, CPU probably, and then a new GPU. And like just those 3 things, let's say for the GPU, the graphics card, it'll be, you know, for VR ready, $800 roughly Canadian. CPU for like something in the i7 category, be like $300. What is that? So $1,000 already, just for like 2 things almost. And then for motherboard, maybe $200, so $1,200 altogether. So that'll be just 3 things. That's without replacing the case, the monitors, nothing else. But that's when you get to the high end stuff. So I did see another what was the card? A 1050 and a 1060. Both of those, I was looking at recommendations from my my go-to website for that, which is Tom's Hardware. They do a great job with the summaries of the GPUs and motherboards and stuff like that. So I was looking at that to see what they suggested, and they were saying the 1050 Ti or the 1050 is a pretty good buy too. It's like okay VR, they said. So I don't know. I try not to go for top of the line, because it's in Canada, it's particularly expensive. Like you're talking for the 1080 Ti that's going to come out soon, it's, I don't know, $1,000 easily. Like, I don't know. I love gaming and all, but I only play farm sim, so I really don't need something that crazy. And that's why I tend to look at the lower levels in terms of graphics cards and whatnot, because you can get super, super crazy in terms of like processors, graphics cards, and all that. But if I were to upgrade, I wouldn't go 1080 Ti, because that's just way too expensive and totally unnecessary. Like right now, with what my current system is, I run, you know, in high graphics, 60 frames per second, unless I have a crazy map going on. Like right now in County Line, I noticed some areas that are kind of dipping a little bit. So I could just replace just the graphics card right now in my system, but I have this weird problem I want to try and get rid of. That's why I was looking at changing maybe the motherboard CPU. I could just do the motherboard, but that's an older one now, so wrong chipset these days. So anyways, that's what's going through my mind. And I think with that, folks, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoy this coffee with Iain. We'll see what happens in the future, and yeah, enjoy the coffee. That was a gulp.